at Transwest in Montreal. You and I shouldn't even be here.
No, we shouldn't be. You're right.
So tell us what's going on. This is Transwest Yard. What's going on at Transwest? Let's start with the recruiting part, and then we'll get into your business. Who are you looking for? How many drivers are you looking for? That kind of stuff.
Well, we're looking for qualified professional drivers to run team from 2 locations. One primarily here in Lachine, and our other location is relatively new in Mississauga.
Yeah. And you've been based out of Cambridge, Mississauga areas were yours. So the ones out of Mississauga are going to run California?
Primarily, our biggest customers will be a California freight. There will be a slight mix between Arizona and Washington and places like that. But the majority of the freight will go out to and return from California.
So, okay, so you've been in this business a long time. What got you to come on with Transwest? Because you've been with a number of good companies over the years. You've been a Road Knight. What's different? What have you seen it from your style? What's different here than other places?
Well, the biggest thing that struck me here was the culture around drivers. You know, as much as we know drivers have a number for their truck, there should be a driver name. And everybody knows everybody here. Secondarily, we focus only on one type of freight. That's team freight. So it's very specialized. We don't have divisions that do all kinds of other stuff and get you to run to places because, you know, they need to run to go there or whatever. We do a very specific type of freight. And because we have a very quick turnaround time between our destinations, our drivers are much happier knowing that they're going to be back and forth in 5 days or 5.5 days or less than being sent out and potentially knowing that they're going to be stuck in California for a day or 2 or 3 days because they're waiting for produce or waiting for strawberries or waiting for a customer. So it's a lot different when you look at a specialized company that does just that one type of client.
So now, one of the reasons for this tour is the professionals of the highway. You guys have an amazing safety award record. What prompts you to have that? Like, how do you get these guys to buy into that safety award that most of us are?
Well, safety is important for everybody on the road, but for a trucking company, it's paramount because you know your safety record is also tied to a number of things with what you do on the road. Drivers want to work for a safe company because when they roll through a scale house, that company is already going to be recognized as a top performer in the industry if that's the case. We have been a top performer in the top 2 or 3, first, second, or third in the last 5 years with the TCA rating for our category. So it's been extremely important. And that puts the onus on the recruitment department to hire the professional drivers out of the pool that we're looking at. We focus on that because we're looking for those drivers that are going to look for that same kind of respect on the road that they expect being a professional driver.
And they've got some amazing equipment. Even your look at your day cabs. Like this is the city truck, I'm assuming. Look at your day cabs are beautiful Peterbilts, right?
These are new to the fleet this year. We've decided to go with a number of day cabs to fulfill our city fleet portion. We typically have Freightliners and Kenworths in our fleet for all the drivers. Out of the Mississauga terminal, I'm running strictly Kenworths. The nice thing about these pieces of equipment is they're bigger, they're heavier, they're more solid on the road for a smoother ride. We also provide proper fridges, inverters, microwaves, CBs, satellite radio, GPS is all in the truck. So you don't need to bring a whole stack of your own items into the equipment because it's not supplied for you. So we're looking for drivers to be a lot more comfortable in the equipment, smoother riding so the team partner that's sleeping is not going to get bounced around like crazy and have a more professional look with the equipment we're running.
Now, tell me about some of the aspects. You gave me a little tour of the yard. Tell me about the yard. You got some stuff like specialized wash bay and all that. Just give us a kind of an overview of what's in the yard here in Lachine.
So Lachine, this facility's been here for almost the extent of the time that they've been in business, which is 30 years. And there's a full kitchen here. We've been providing meals for our drivers for free up until now during COVID. Now they're subsidized at $2 a meal that they can come in, order what they want, take it in their truck for the week that they're gone. There's a nice driver's lounge upstairs, so you can sit down during your break periods if you're coming in to do a reset or you're looking to go back out and you don't live close enough to the facility to go home. The washroom facilities, shower facilities, washing machine and dryer. There's a full meditation room. So if you're here and you want to take a break from everything, just get quiet. There's a place you can go and be quiet and relax. So the facility here is designed so that everybody has access to the building and can be comfortable. The truck parking is all in the front area here. There's an automated truck wash bay here. We want all of our equipment to be clean running down the road, so
Yep.
we get the respect that we want to have as professional drivers. With
So when you're saying automated, you're saying they just put a coat in their driver coat or
Yep.
what have you, and it washes the truck, and we know how many times that driver's been washing the vehicle?
So you pull into the wash bay area, you punch in your driver code, it opens the door, you pull forward to a sensor system. When you stop, it automatically comes around like a brushless system and washes
Yep.
the truck. And when it's completed, it opens the back door and lets you out.
Oh, wow.
There's also a self-cleaning bay, so you can go over to that, make sure your coolant levels are topped up, your oil levels are topped up. If you need to get vacuumed out, there's a vacuum station. So everything is available here for you, that you can make sure your truck is, you know, in top condition for you when you want to go out.
And you got laundry facilities and everything here, eh, for the guys?
Facilities. We are one of the only location. We are the only location in North America that Pack Lease works directly in our shop.
Wow.
So Pack Lease employees are maintaining our equipment directly here at our facility. So they get looked at. We have about 40 trucks a day that will go through our shop on a regular basis, and everything from the smallest repair to an engine rebuild can be done here.
So it's like having your own dealership right on the lot. You don't have. You take your truck to the dealer, but you're not taking it anywhere but here, right? So
exactly. We can do everything in-house, right through the warranty and right through Pack Lease Direct.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so now tell us what you've noticed. Like the professional drivers we want. What do you look for? What should someone come with if they're looking to be at that top, what I call the top 20% of the fleet? What should they be?
So
what traits should they have?
So some of the most important things are always going to be attitude, you know, picking the right kind of company for the freight you want to work. You know, it doesn't make sense to come into a team company if you're looking to run, you know, Midwest type freight as a single. So it's like anything else, pairing up the right thing with the right person and the right job, because it's going to make everybody happy. If you're looking for, you know, something that's dedicated, then looking for a dedicated company. But we're looking for professional teams, and we're looking for those drivers that'll have clean abstracts. I mean clean, because again, our safety record is top in the industry for our category. We're going to be looking for safety, you know, as well as an important role, and again, the professionalism of the team. There's not a lot of room for us to have inexperienced drivers. We're looking for those drivers that have had a number of years of experience running in a team existing, and have that kind of experience running the kind of freight we're running back and forth to the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just, well, I've been driving for a year and I'd like to go, you know, team now and see what we can do for you. We're actually looking for those guys that have run the 40 or the 80 out to California, summer and winter, and have that experience.
Wow.
And we do really well with husband and wife teams.
Okay.
That's something that we excel at, because that's a natural environment for a team to succeed.
Okay.
That team is already a team in
and
life
they're already
in general.
invested on the success of the operation.
So there's no. So the other thing that ends up happening is when that team goes away for the weekend, one's not going to one house and one's going to another house, and then you have to decide, well, we're doing this for the weekend, we're doing that for the weekend. They're both going to the same house. So when they decide they're coming back to work on Monday, they're both coming back to work on Monday. Which is again a little bit easier for a team, husband and wife team, to work out. The other thing that we have that's really unique to us is we plan loads based on drivers' departures. We don't plan loads because we have a load ready to move. So when a team comes back from California for us, they send us what we call availability. They'll say, I'm going to be arriving back in Toronto or back in Lachine on Friday. We expect to leave potentially on Tuesday. What happens then is the load gets built here for Tuesday for them to depart. So it's not just, well, there's a load in the yard, pick it up, but we need you to leave at 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
Now, do they have to be bilingual to work here? Because this is a French-English company, so do they have to be bilingual?
No,
I know
no, we don't have to.
The recruiter doesn't have to be bilingual.
We definitely don't have to be bilingual on the recruiting side for me. But no, when you come to Lachine here, everybody here is bilingual, so they can help the drivers out if they are Anglophone. So it's been really good. I speak very little French, and I've had a great respect with everybody here that they can speak to me, even though I'm in Quebec.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, thanks. What's one tip you'd tell somebody coming out of a school right now? So, what's the new driver? Just got my license. I'm all excited. I'm a professional. What would you tell? What would you tell them?
One of the most important things a new driver needs to do is pick a good company where they're going to get continuing training. Because when you first come out of school, you got the mentality, you want to go drive, you know everything, they've shown you everything, but it's only the tip of the iceberg. You've gotten your license, but now some company has to take the time to educate you on what the driving on the road is and how to manage that. So that's the biggest thing, and picking a company that can take you from that beginner driver to partially experienced to potentially professional driver is what you want to do. You don't want to jump into the industry, go to a company that's going to run you ragged and find out that your CVOR has now got all kinds of infractions on it. And then when you want to come to a professional company, they have to say no because you're inhirable.
So protecting that license from the beginning.
Protecting that CVOR, that license, the ability to drive one of these rigs is the most important thing.